It's Wolf, and it's a stream. It's Roblox again. Um, when I started this channel, I never really thought that I would stream Roblox, and yet here I am. Anyway, yeah, I'm streaming Roblox just because it did pretty well last time I streamed it. Not that many people watched live, but there was a pretty good number of people that watched the recording of it. So I figure, why not? I wanted to do a stream anyway. Has it been like 2 weeks since I've done one? 3 weeks? I figured I would do one because I haven't done one in a while, and also, like I said, Roblox did well last time, and then also Roblox Rivals. I was thinking about games to play. I played what was it, Hypershot last time, and Rivals is another FPS. So hey man, first time I've caught you live. Yeah, well normally, well for one, welcome to the live stream. But also normally I end up streaming. What time even is it? 9:59 right now. Normally I end up streaming later, and I also don't stream on Tuesdays that much. But yeah, I know. I usually watch the VODs. I've seen you leave a lot of comments on the VODs before, so thank you for watching the VODs, by the way. Oh, good God, why is? Oh, I thought I had that turned down. Hang on. That is not where I want it to be. Okay. Yeah. So what was I saying? Haven't done a stream in a while. This actually, I think I have a pretty good setup here with the two PCs. This did not take me that long to set up. I thought this was gonna take me longer to set up because sometimes when I stream, I have to like shift around a bunch of stuff on my desk, and I didn't even have to get out of my chair. So yeah. Anyway, I'm playing Roblox Rivals right now. I might play some other stuff. I don't entirely know. I don't even really know how long I'll stream for because it it's been a busy day for me. And I'm kind of tired out. I had to do a bunch of stuff. I had to like go shopping in a handful of different stores, and then I had to go to the dump because I live really rurally, and so I have to take stuff to the dump myself. 4 a.m. here. Oh my God. So, are you in like Europe then? Because you've probably heard me say before because I mentioned it on like every stream, but I lived in the UK for a year, so the 6 hour time difference is very familiar with me because of being on that end of things with family here in the US, and then also inversely, my girlfriend living over there right now, 6 hour time difference for most of the year. Sometimes when stuff happens, when seasons change, it is not like all the time. I played this a couple days ago, and I felt like I was doing good at it, but the other guy that I was playing against was far better. I was kind of annoyed though after I played it the other day because at the end of the match it shows how much damage you received and how much damage you did, and it was like I received 1,000 points of damage, but I had done like 1,200 points of damage, and I was like, how did I lose then? Don't know how to ping. Is it middle mouse click? I'm not sure. One. Don't know what Rivals is. Let's find out. Yep, it's an FPS. I played it for a couple minutes the other day. It's a lot like, I guess the Gulag from Call of Duty, where you 1v1 in that. But I know, the Modern Warfare, the newer Modern Warfare, had a version of this too, I think, that was not like Gulag. Because I remember playing that in like a beta, from the UK. Yeah, I lived there for a year. Actually just recently went back there last month to see my girlfriend. Maybe he got headshots, maybe so, but even still. That was actually a pretty long match because we were both doing so much damage to each other. Oh, okay. Well, I see what you mean. That's what headshot does. I don't want a rematch, but let's play again. But I wanted to play Rivals in particular, but then also it's okay. So this Roblox account is really old. I created this back in 2010. I looked through my stuff the other day, and I forgot that I meant to make a video about this. Actually, I'm thinking about making a video where I kind of explore this Roblox account because it is old, and there are like a bunch of items that I have that are not for sale anymore and stuff. But I have not played Roblox in a really long time, even though I've had like an account. Like I played it a bunch when I was a kid, and then I didn't play it for a long time, and then like it came out on mobile, and I played it a little bit on mobile, and then didn't play, and then it came out on console, and this is a 2v1. Oh crap. And then it came out on console, and I played a little bit on console. And then didn't really play for a while. And then now I have a computer that actually can like run games properly. So now here I am again playing some Roblox. Where did they go? There they went. I can see your tail. Roblox characters look so goofy. That they do. I like the look of my character compared to some of the newer characters though, because like there's a lot of items and like body shape stuff that has come out for Roblox that is very round, and I like how silly my very blocky character still looks. Yeah, but anyway though, so yeah, there's just it's insane to see like the improvements that have happened on Roblox over the past, I don't even know, like decade, really, even longer, since I like played it consistently. Because I mean, like FPSs and stuff, like there's always been good games on Roblox, but it's like actually incredible some of the stuff that people have made on here. Can I tilt? No. I mean, like when I was playing Hypershot the other day, I was saying about how Hypershot felt a lot like Combat Master and like some other games like that, and it's incredible to me that you can make stuff like that in Roblox. I remember when games were like very basic. I mean, I played Welcome to the Town, I think it was Welcome to the Town of Robloxia and stuff, which is like old. Like I remember that being like the big game. But anyway, what I was saying was, so I might play some other stuff on the stream too, because I really haven't like explored that much of the newer stuff. I don't want to play that many current games yet though, because if I do make a video about my account, I actually have on like my recently played list, there's a bunch of games that are like older that like used to be popular and like people aren't playing now, or that like I just played when I was younger and they weren't really popular, but I played them for whatever reason. Like I think some of the maps from like back when there's big armies on Roblox, like Fear and stuff. So I don't want to play that many new games because I don't want my recent like games list to reset to just newer stuff. But anyway. Never played Roblox. Interesting. Dude, honestly, like regardless of how old you are, Roblox is surprisingly fun still. I've been impressed with it. I mean, like, and it's on like every platform now too. Because, you know, originally it was only on PC, and then now it's on mobile and consoles. And not only because I remember it came out on just Xbox for a while, if I remember right, and then also now it's on PlayStation. So there's a lot of cool stuff on here. I know there's a lot of kind of like stuff that is kind of brain rot stuff, but there also is a lot of actually really fun games and like really impressive games on here that I found. This is the same guy I played against a little while ago, or that I played with a little while ago. Oh, thank you for liking the stream, whoever that was. And you know, it's kind of weird that it doesn't show like who liked the stream in chat or something. That character up on the top, the level 5 with the box, I kind of wonder if they might be playing on console, because you can see over my character I have a little like computer monitor because I'm playing on PC, but I wonder if they're playing on console. Good God. I don't like this. Okay, that's one. Why did it put me in another 2v1? There we go. I will say that sometimes I feel a little bad when I play Roblox, because, like when I play FPSs in Roblox, because I know there's a good chance that I'm probably just playing against kids, and sometimes I feel a little bad that I have, you know, multiple years of FPS experience, and here I am playing against people who probably have not played that many FPSs before. But, Roblox is one of those things, though, that I feel like has a pretty wide, like, diversity of people who play it, like, with, like, ages and stuff. Let me go AFK. That's actually something I was thinking about earlier today too. I bought a I bought a Five Nights at Freddy's poster. And I was thinking to myself, you know, here I am, my mid-20s, and I'm putting up a Five Nights at Freddy's poster. And then it kind of occurred to me that, like, well, is that strange, though? Because even though FNAF is really popular with, like, kids now, FNAF was also a thing that came out when I was a kid. So... Right, so there's proper games in Roblox. Reminds me of Minecraft, Skyblock, Hunger Games, PvP, etc. Yeah, there is, like, actual games in Roblox now. There was one that I played a couple months ago. I think I played it on console, actually. And it's like Ready or Not. It was like a Robloxified clone of Ready or Not. And it was, like, one of those situations where I was like, man, I can't believe this is Roblox. I mean, there's some stuff in Roblox that is, like, fully custom, that doesn't even have, like, Roblox characters and stuff, that have, like, there's some FPSs and stuff in Roblox that have, like, actual proper graphics and stuff, which is insane to me. Dang it. I think, is it Bed Wars that is similar to Skyblock also? I think so. I know there's a lot of games in Roblox that are kind of similar to, like, some of the stuff that was sort of classic Minecraft stuff. It's really funny sometimes how things get remade too, because so Natural Disaster Survival is kind of a game in Roblox that's been really popular for a long time. And my girlfriend and I were playing Fortnite the one time, and we were looking at, like, different games to play in Fortnite, and there was, because there's, like, community games now in Fortnite too, and there was actually a Natural Disaster Survival in Fortnite. So it's funny how stuff just gets, like, remade and stuff on, like, new platforms. This is not good. I was doing so well at first. Yeah, this one dude is insisting on using a bow, which could work in my favor. Okay, maybe not. Roblox seems fun. Honestly, like, when I started playing a little bit of it, when I fixed this computer up, I was, like, not entirely convinced that it was actually going to be that much fun, but it has been. I've even played a little bit of it, like, on my own time. So, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to see something. Where is... Ah, it does work. Look at that. Roblox games have controller support now, too, which is crazy. I have a controller that I got a couple weeks ago. Really cheap, just like a Logitech controller. It's shaped like a PS3 controller. And I've been just leaving it plugged into the computer because I don't have anything else that I'm going to use it on. And there's a bunch of Roblox games now that support controller. So let's try to do this match with my controller instead. This controller is pretty good, even though it's just like a cheap, like it was extremely cheap. Even though it's a cheap little Logitech one, I've actually it's nice. It's like the right size because I'm so used to PS3. Okay, this might not be my best idea. Because there's a chance the opposition may be using mouse and keyboard, which would not be putting me at a very good advantage. Oh my god, I can't hit anything. But with my controller, I've been thinking about also it could be fun to stream some Max Payne 3, because Max Payne 3 on PC has controller support, and it works well with mouse and keyboard or controller. So maybe I'll play some of that in a minute. I'm kind of debating. There's a bunch of games that I've been having a lot of fun playing on here, ever since I got this computer working and fixed it. Well, I mean, it was working to begin with, but I had a couple things that I needed to replace. So yeah. Oh, somebody else liked the stream too. Thanks to the other like. Oh, I can slide. You mentioned childhood hobbies into adulthood. I've recently gotten into Black Butler again, reading the manga over spring, or read the manga over spring. The last time I watched Black Butler was 2016, 2018. Yeah, it's funny sometimes to like go back and like, especially as an adult, if you have like free time to go back and look at stuff that you liked when you were a kid. Because I've been doing a lot of that too. I've heard of Black Butler. I've never actually read it though, or watched. That's an anime too, I think. Haven't watched it, if it is. But same though, actually, with like manga and anime and stuff. I've been reading and watching some of that stuff. When I was younger, I was into Naruto for a little while, and I watched the anime quite a bit. It was on Cartoon Network when I was younger. And I just recently have been trying to sort of collect the Blu-rays of it, because I talk about it a lot on my streams, but like my job, even though I haven't like ever explained what my job actually is, that's one of those things that I can find through my job pretty easily. So I've been kind of slowly accumulating those, and I think I want to watch all of Naruto, because when I was younger, I only ever saw like disparate episodes when it was on Cartoon Network. Oh my god, he has a grenade. But like even the filler and everything, honestly, I'm not really somebody that's like anti-anime filler or whatever, so good god though, I've been watching so much stuff. I mentioned on the 900 subscriber update video that came out yesterday, I think, or was it this morning? I don't even remember. I've been I mentioned in that I've been trying to catch up on like my Netflix list and all the other things I've been watching. I have been, I'm almost done finally catching up on my Netflix list. I'd watched the movie of Zom 100, List of the Dead, which is like about a guy that has like it's a Japanese show, and it's a Japanese movie. It's about a guy that has like a crappy job, and then like a zombie apocalypse happens, and he realizes that like, oh, he can actually live his life now because he's not at work all the time. So I watched the movie of that and really enjoyed it. It turns out there's an anime of it, so I watched that. The anime is cool too. It doesn't exactly follow the plot of the movie, which is nice because it's like different content. But I don't know, it wasn't my favorite, but it was all right. So I just finished watching that. I watched Into the Night and the spin-off of Into the Night, Yakima's S245. So that's the recent stuff I've watched. But the only things, and there was a couple of Black Mirror episodes that I never finished watching. So there was like 3 of those that I finished watching. So yeah, binged Naruto over summer break a decade ago. I was a fan too. Yeah, Naruto is a fun show. Naruto and that's one that I need to catch up on, that I need to watch. And actually, funny enough, what got me back into it was an arcade game that I played. Oh dang it. And I'd kind of like to watch some of One Piece. I don't really think I'll watch like all of One Piece, but Maybe. We'll see. Well, I mean, there is no all of One Piece anyway right now because it's still ongoing. But, yeah. So anyway, though, I was, well, actually, what was it? Your update video. I just remembered when I saw the thumbnail for Millisec. I thought it was. Yeah, I noticed too that I thought that the thumbnail that YouTube, because I didn't pick that thumbnail. I just usually like. I know I should pick my own thumbnails or like make my own thumbnails. But I just usually let it like auto pick them still now just because like it's a time constraint thing. Every now and again I'll make one for like a video that I think is gonna be really good. But yeah, so I was playing Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown for that video, and it picked a video where my character in TDU is standing in front of his car, and it, when it's in thumbnail form, it looks really realistic, which is really funny. But yeah, why he saying bruh? Oh my god. But no, I wish that I had a photo standing in front of a Bentley in a foreign country, but I do not. So I have driven a Bentley one time before though. That was an interesting experience. But what genre is Into the Night? So Into the Night it's a drama. It's like it's a real life show. It's not an anime. And oh, you can still, why is my mouse visible? Oh, there we go. It is a drama, and it's about, so Into the Night is about these people. They're on an airplane, and then like I'm not gonna spoil it, so I gotta be kind of obscure. But they're on an airplane, and this like disaster happens on the ground, and then they gotta figure out like how to deal with it. And Yakima's S245, which is a spin-off of it, but still really closely related, is it's the same disaster, but those people in that show are in a submarine instead. So I watched it. It was a cool show. There's actually not that many episodes between Into the Night's 2 seasons and Yakima's 1 season. There's 18 episodes, and they're all about 45 minutes long, so it's not a super long show. It does end on a little bit of a cliffhanger though, which kind of sucks because it's been like 2 years since the last season, so I don't of either show, so I don't think it's getting another season. Yeah, Naruto fighting game with friends. So I actually ended up, bro, 1v2 ain't fair. I had to deal with it a minute ago, homie. I ended up, a while ago I went to a round 1 around like for my birthday, and then at that round 1 I played this game called Naruto Emblem Battle, and it's like a collectible game. Oh, I thought the match ended. It's like a collectible game, so it gives you these little plastic pieces that you can use to play certain characters on your like field. It's kind of a card game, like a really fancy card game in a lot of ways, but oh my god. Contracts completed. Jeez. And I played that at round 1, and I really liked it, especially because I like games where like you can like build a deck kind of, but like they're arcade games. Dude, y'all do not understand how badly I wish we had that Gundam game where you play like 12 cards at once. It's only in Japan though. But anyway, I played that, and it made me realize, like, you know, Naruto is actually pretty cool. Why do I not watch Naruto? So that's what kind of made me want to watch it again. But then subsequently, after playing that game, I ended up getting one of the Naruto fighting games. I don't remember which one, but I think it's the most recent one on PS5 because it was like $20 at a GameStop, so why not? And that was fun too. I haven't really played it yet because I've been trying to finish up all the stuff I didn't finish before I start anything new. But yeah, what a title. I'm assuming you mean for Yakima's. It is a weird title, but that's because it's in Turkish. Into the Night is a Belgian show, which is in French, but then Yakima's, the spin-off, is, well, it doesn't really take place in Turkey, but like the characters are Turkish, so that show is in Turkish language, so the title is in Turkish. it's strange. Those two shows, even though they're really closely related, do not really actually like advertise each other that much, which is really like fun. Or not. Oh, sorry. I read the chat message and fun was just the first word that came out. Good God, I'm not used to having people actually view my streams live. They don't actually advertise each other that much. Like, they don't. If you watch Into the Night or you watch Yakima's, they don't actually say that they interconnect, which is kind of strange. Naruto card game that sounds so lame. No fights, no action. Though I know card games are actually fun. So Naruto Emblem Battle, you can look it up, like videos of it online. It's kind of a card game. Like it. So okay, the way it works is you put your coins in, or you swipe your card, or whatever it is, wherever you're playing it. And then you play this mini game to get an emblem. So it's like sort of a press the button at the right time type of game. You have like a shuriken, and you have to press a button to throw it, and you got to hit a target, and then depending on which color target you hit or which level target you hit, you get a different level of emblems. So there's like 4 or 3 levels, and some are better than others. And so that's the first part, and then you do that, and then the game spits out your emblem, and then you have your emblem, you put that on the playing field, which is a really cool thing. It's like this like box, and you put them on there, and then on the screen they show up where you have them on the playing field, so you can like move them around and stuff. Weirdly, you don't actually need to move them around during gameplay that much, but it's just kind of a fun little gimmick. And you can play up to 4 characters against a team of another team of 4. I think it's another team of 4. Usually the AI has 4. One sort of strange thing though is that the game is not multiplayer. Even when I played it at round 1, where they had like 4 of the machines set up, you couldn't play against other players, I don't think, which is kind of weird. But yeah, long story short, it's a lot of fun. And it's been popping up at more and more places in the US. I don't think it's out in the UK right now, which kind of sucks, because it's fun, but maybe it'll expand there. But yeah, I think the main thing with it is, like, it's supposed to be that your goal is supposed to get a really high score to get your whatever location you played it at on the leaderboard, because they have this big leaderboard online. To be honest, it kind of confuses me a little bit, because I don't really understand who's buying the cabinets for it. I've actually never seen anybody else play one. When I was at round 1 playing it for the first time, I was the only person playing it when I was there. When I found out that a semi-local Walmart had one recently, I was the only person. I played it for like an hour straight, and nobody else tried to ask to play or anything. Nobody else even came into the little arcade it was in. So yeah, I don't know who is funding it, but they seem to be popping up more and more places. Watch some gameplay of it. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. Another theory that I have with it too. Do you have caps lock on? Huh. Another theory that I have with it too is that I kind of think that they maybe will make a mobile version of it, because the cards have little QR code looking things on them. And so there's a part of me that wonders if maybe they would make it like, because the arcade cabinet too is set up, its height is larger than its width, like a phone. So I wonder if it maybe could become a mobile game eventually, and then like you could still use your physical emblems in the game by scanning the QR code. I don't know. I think after this match, I will wow, has it already been half an hour? Huh. I might play something else for a little bit on Roblox. Maybe a racing game. I haven't played any racing games on Roblox in a while. Or maybe play some Hypershot again. How did you find out about anime and first anime? Gosh, I mean, the first anime I saw, it might have been Naruto, depending on
your definition of anime, because I remember. So I don't think that there was ever like a point where I specifically was like introduced to anime as a separate thing from a cartoon, because here in the US at least, there was a lot of anime from Japan that was sort of imported to the US that was like sort of childified, because a lot of anime, there's a lot of anime that is not necessarily directed at like kids, and there's some that is kind of like more of a teenage audience, but since it's animated, I think that there was companies in the US that wanted to license it as like kids shows. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff where like 4Kids and Cartoon Network would get anime shows that were edited. So like Naruto, for example, I don't think Naruto is like a particularly bloody show in general, but Naruto was, they had like a even less violent version of Naruto. And what else? Yeah, it was probably Naruto, and it was probably seeing that on Cartoon Network. Or, I mean, okay, Avatar? Maybe? Because that's one of those shows that it's like, like, sometimes Avatar is considered anime, sometimes it's not. I know, like, I remember watching Avatar when I was younger and liking that. Yeah. Let's try to play something else. Let's look at what's trending, or not. Let's look at what's the top playing games. There's Rivals. Grow a Garden, 99 Nights in the Forest, Steal a Brain Rot. I've heard 99 Nights in the Forest is actually pretty cool. It's not like a tycoon type game. Like I'm pretty sure Grow a Garden and Steal a Brain Rot are both like tycoon games. Dead Rails, that sounds kind of interesting. Evade? Oh, I think that one's supposed to be almost like that Watch Dogs minigame. Right, so it was edited for US audiences. Yeah, but it depended. So like it's one of those things where it's like, wait, is there two versions? No. Okay. Let's try Dead Rails. This seems kind of interesting. So classes. Oh god, this got kind of complicated. See, I have to think now. That was what I was trying to avoid. Oh wait, can I play this by myself? But yeah, anime, so there's a lot, like, in the US, I think that there was a lot of, this might take me a while to, like, actually get my words out, because I think I might have to try to actually focus a little bit in this game. Drag gold bar to table to sell it. What? This is tutorial? Oh, okay. Buy coal from the general store. I was watching cartoons online. The website had an anime option with an anime avatar that was really interesting, so I asked my friend about it. That makes sense. Gotta be careful with stuff like that, though. Man, there's some sketchy websites out there. Put the coal in your sack and refuel the train. Okay. Right control to unlock mouse use. Wait, what's... There we go. It's cutting off the things. Okay. I have coal for my train now. Okay. what I'm trying to say, let me just spit out my words here real quick. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the US that like came out that was edited for younger audiences than I think it was initially meant for, like with anime, because so like for a long time, I think there was a vibe or like a general thought in the US that like, oh, if it's animated then it's for kids, because that's what a lot of animation in the US was for a long time, that it was like always just cartoons for kids. And then so anime and stuff, even if it's meant for like older audiences, I think that there was a lot of companies here in the US that were like, oh cool, we can get new cartoons because they already exist, we can just license them, we don't have to make a new IP. And so they would go and they would license stuff from like Japan. They would license like anime and stuff, and then they would get it dubbed, and they would edit it so that way it was like less violent or whatever if it was kind of violent, and then it would get shown here. So that's like Cartoon Network and stuff. Like before Toonami, or like excluding Toonami, where they show like actual anime and stuff that's like uncensored because that's on Adult Swim, which is actually like the adult at night version of Cartoon Network. They would show edited anime on Cartoon Network for kids, other various channels, things like that. And then there were anime too that they were able to just like import directly that were like for younger audiences and stuff. Or there were shows that like came out of the US, because I think Avatar is an American show technically, because Avatar is a Nickelodeon show. So yeah, anyway, that's that. Oh. Did I do it? Yes. Ooh. Oh, we're moving. Right, so they thought it was maybe easy. Oh, wait. He told me it was Japanese and to watch Naruto, so I binged it over summer. Right, so they thought maybe it was easier to license existing IPs and dub it. Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of stuff in the US that is, well, okay, the US is weird in terms of like the way that we do content. Oh, horses. This reminds me of a game that I played on at First 15 one time, actually, a little bit. Can I get a horse? Come here. I do not think I can get a horse. Really enjoyed rewatching Avatar a couple years ago. Avatar is one of those shows that I feel like, well, okay, honestly, Avatar is not really like a thing that I'm into right now, but I think that like there's stuff in it that it's one of those shows that it kind of makes sense that like as a kid that I liked it, but it's also, I feel like, one of those shows that was kind of deeper than like most kids shows. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the US sometimes where it's like things have been imported from other, like there's a lot of animation that has been imported from other countries. Whoa. A lot of animation that has been imported from other countries into the US and then just dubbed because it's, can I burn this? Anyway, so for that there is, but then something that I've always found about, like, something that I found kind of strange about the US, especially after living in the UK for a year, was, you know, take that. Gunpowder barrel. Maybe I will take this as well. There's a lot of shows in, so we speak English here in the U.S. most of us. There's a lot. There's also a really big Spanish speaking population too, though. And there's a lot of shows around the world that are in English, or there's shows that like were created in the U.S. and then there's spin-off, and are really popular in the U.S. and then there's spin-offs of them in other countries. And something that surprises me, what is this lever? I keep meaning to look at this lever. Can I do anything with this? Oops. Okay. There's a lot of shows that I think would be popular in the US that never come to the US because for some reason the like media marketplace in the US is very America centric, which kind of annoys me sometimes. If you come to the US and you watch TV, you're just not going to find that much foreign stuff. I mean, if you're looking at streaming and stuff, you're likely to, but even still, a lot of the streaming stuff won't actually recommend you foreign shows until you've like watched some foreign shows. So I find it kind of strange. Especially like even when there's shows that are literally in English. Like, whoa my god. When there's, good god. Okay, maybe I should just kept moving. I need a gun. I think this is a roguelike though, so I think I get to keep my money and probably upgrade. No, we're leaving. Never mind. Oh, dang it. Yeah, anyway, I keep getting distracted. You didn't land a single hit, or maybe there's no damage sound effect. I think I might not have been close enough to this. Well, I think I might not have been close enough to the zombie to be making contact with the shovel. We made it almost 4.5 thousand meters. Is that 4 kilometers? Is that how that works? Kind of hungry. Oh, I went to see a movie today. That was something interesting to talk about. I went to see Weapons, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because it just came out, and I respect spoilers, okay? I try my hardest not to spoil anything for other people. I went to see Weapons though, and that was a really cool movie. It was a little odd though, like it was what was it? When I was driving home, I was kind of thinking of like a couple things that I wanted to say about it. So what were my points? Well, so for one, okay, so like when you think about horror stuff, when you think about horror stuff, a lot of the times there's like an origin of that horror within like any sort of horror media. So like in a lot of horror things, it's like, where does the actual evil originate from, right? Does it originate from like something biological, some sort of witchcraft, something technological, something psychological? Where does the horror actually originate from? And I was surprised to see where the horror originated from in that movie. And that's all I'll say about that part. But what else? It's like 75% thriller, 25% horror. That's another thing. What else did I want to say about it? I know there's one scene that I do want to talk about because I thought it was interesting. But I'm trying to think if there were any other general notes that I had on that movie. It's not that gory, so if you don't like gore, there's not that much of it in it, which is nice. There's not that many jump scares in it either, which is something that I appreciate because I don't really like jump scares. Is that all zombies? Forgot your points, LO. Yeah, I literally did. I had like a bunch of things that I was like thinking about. Bandits. That's what they are. Anyway, yeah, so there's one specific scene though that I did want to mention because it was like so out of nowhere that it surprised. Oh my god. Move. Oh, I think I just, yep, okay. Just ran him over. So there's one scene in I don't actually watch thrillers or horror. I'm picky about horror. I really am not a fan of jump scares, so I don't watch that much horror that has jump scares, but like stuff that's kind of psychological horror I will watch sometimes just because I like the mystery of it. But anyway, okay, so what I was trying to say, there's this one scene in Weapons that like I've seen people talking about a little bit online. Well, after I watched, I haven't seen that many people talking about it like when I wasn't searching for. Ooh, this is useful. Can I take this? Can I take this? Can I take this? Can I take this? I can't take this. Store the torch in the canvas bag. Sure. Okay. Um, there's this one scene in Weapons where one of the characters, there's like a dream sequence, and one of the characters pretty much, he like looks above this house, and there's this giant assault rifle, and it doesn't really, like, it's supposed to be symbolic or whatever, but it doesn't really actually end up having anything to do with the story. And I don't know, something about it just like kind of, can I like plant this? Maybe. Weld, I can. Okay. And I don't know. Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things where it's like, it was so wild. And then, so something that's in the trailers of Weapons, so this is not going to be like spoiler, but it keeps talking about 2:17 a.m. because that's important to the story of it. And like I said, not really spoiler, it's in the trailers. But that's another thing. The gun actually has the number 217 on it, like a stat track from CSGO, which I've not seen, like, in all the stuff that I've seen, just like online people discussing the movie, I've not seen anybody seem to make that connection that like it might be a reference to video games. It's really strange though. And I kind of have a feeling that if they make a sequel to Weapons, it may play into that. But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about Weapons because I don't want to spoil it. It's an interesting movie. The movie theater that I saw it at has like a special like $5 night, so I think for $5 it was worth it. If it was like an expensive theater, like one of those like $18 movies, I don't know if I would have necessarily wanted to see it for like that much. Yeah, it's good, but it's not like life-changing. Uh-oh. Not again. There's another one in here? There's 3 in here. This building better have some good stuff in it. There's 4? You know, it's like, I'm not making contact with them that well. Okay. Now, we can look inside of here. It's rope? No, junk. What can I fit in my sack? Okay, sure. Yeah, why not? Let's take all that. I think I need to get back to my train, though, because it's getting pretty dark. BRB. Enjoy your BRB. I'm almost out of health, too. Crap. What? Bro? Was there a live zombie inside of my sack? What? Actually, you know what? I'm going to try to find a different game. This one's fun, but I don't really think it's good for a stream because I keep getting distracted. Ooh, I've been meaning to check this one out because Schedule 1, like the actual game, seems kind of cool. And this is like a Robloxified version of it. But block spin, bro. Oh, God. Why? Fight in a school? What are these games? Oh, dude. Oh, Driving Empire. Yes, here's a racing game. I've heard about this one before, actually. If I remember right, this is one of these things where it's like a Roblox game actually got like licensed vehicles. Starter Bentley, of course. Right. How do I play? How I drive? NASCAR? Dude, what? Huh? This is Roblox. Why is there NASCAR? Okay. Oh. Here's my Bentley. Okay. Can I drift? Kind of. What do I do? Racing hub. Here we go. Well, once I get out of this parking lot. Okay, once I get out of this where is the exit of this parking lot? Daytona 500. I don't fully understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. Houses. Is this one of these ones? Okay, I get it. I think. Yes. Okay. This is one of those driving games where you get more dollars the more distance you drive. Okay. Now I understand. Man, I wish my starter car was a Bentley Continental. Good God. Although, that being said, I am thankful. Cannot say I'm not thankful that my first personal car is a Dodge Challenger. Love that car with all my heart, and that I own 2 cars, so I can't complain that much. Holy crap! So today, throughout the day, I actually drove my truck today because, you guys have probably heard me talk about it on stream before. I have a Dodge Challenger and then an older Ram 1500. So I tend to drive my Ram a lot more than my Challenger just because my Challenger's nice, new, want to try to keep the mileage on it lower for a while, especially because it's still in warranty. My truck though, it's got over 200,000 miles on it, so I can drive that if I bump into a bollard or whatever somewhere or whatever. It doesn't really matter that much. Of course, of course, don't do property damage, but if I hit a curb or something, it doesn't really matter that much in the truck, because it already has dents and dings and stuff. But anyway, one bad thing about my truck though is that it does not have air conditioning. I mean, it does have air conditioning, but it's not working right now. So, and it was also supposed to be one of the hottest days of the year today. So, yeah, that was not great. Yeah, so that was also part of why my whole day got kind of screwed up today. I had a bunch of stuff that I meant to do, and then I ended up not getting to a bunch of it until I meant to wake up really early and then do some shopping and then go do some other stuff, and then I ended up waking up 2 hours later than I wanted to, and then yeah, kind of screwed with the day. But the other thing too with not having air conditioning and stuff in the truck was that, and it being really hot today, was that I actually I went to a Hobby Lobby today because I needed to pick some stuff up. I'm working on making a thing for my girlfriend, and since she watches these streams, I'm not going to spoil what it is because no, you're not getting any hints, girlfriend. So I had to pick up some stuff for that, but some of it was I couldn't really leave it in the heat because it can get not good. So yeah, it reminds me also, I wanted to see, does this have controller support? Ooh, I think it does. Ah, it does have controller support. Perfect. This is the type of game you want a controller for. Whoa, what? Radio access. Dude, you had to buy the car radio for 15 Robux? Back in my day. There's helicopters and stuff too? Wow. Uh-oh, I've broken it. Hang on. My cursor's stuck on the screen. No, that's not what I want. Oh, first person. Okay, L1 is handbrake. Can I like... Oh, there we go, okay. Wait, no. Wait, no. Wait, no. No! There we go, okay, I fixed it. Did the zombies keep you company? They did. Enough company that I got tired of it. So now I'm playing Racing Empire. I'm not really doing anything in particular. I'm just kind of zooming because that's how you earn money in this game. Those houses. Oh, is this a drag strip? A circle? Go. Streamer has a menu crisis. On, bro, for real. I start streaming and then I turn into that guy who couldn't beat the tutorial of Cuphead. It really is hard sometimes to focus on like streaming and playing games though. That's why like so many of my videos end up being where like I record gameplay and then I talk over it, because it is hard to talk while I'm playing, especially like games that I'm not familiar with, like some of these Roblox games. Games that I'm familiar with, it's not so hard. Like whenever I play Call of Duty Zombies, I'm so used to playing Call of Duty Zombies that I can do that pretty much no issue in stream. But yeah. Speaking of FPSs, I have another video coming too. I recorded the footage for another 15 first impressions. The Battlefield 6 beta happened, and I really didn't get to play that much of it, but I played a little bit of it, and I got enough footage to do 15 first impressions of it. So we'll hopefully be doing that soon. Seems like a relaxing game. Yeah, it is. It's not too bad. And it's cool that it has actual licensed vehicles for a Roblox game, especially something like a Bentley. Like that's like a ultra luxury brand. Heard about that? Yeah, that Cuphead thing was pretty infamous. That being said, I mean, I can't really say anything negative. Like people are like, "Oh, games journalism, blah blah blah." I really can't say anything bad about games journalism because like I have some friends who work in that, and I've actually had like, you know, people who work in games journalism have promoted this channel before, because sometimes I've had videos that have been like quoted by like games journalism stuff, so I can't really complain that much about it. But yeah. That Cuphead thing was pretty infamous. Interesting. Rate Battlefield 6. I don't know if I have like a rating of it. I don't really like usually think of like, God, I feel like such a like hipster when I say stuff like this. I don't really usually like rate stuff on like a numerical scale, but I will say that it reminds me a lot of Battlefield 4 in a good way. Because like it's crazy to think that there hasn't been a modern Battlefield game in so long. The last one was Battlefield 4, and that came out, what was it, like 2012, 2013, 2014, something like that. So yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that aspect of it. The only thing that kind of sucked with the beta was that they didn't have, at least when I played, or at least what I played, they didn't have that many maps that you could play on with like a lot of vehicles. And I mainly wanted to play as engineer. I wanted to blow stuff up and repair stuff. And I couldn't really do that much in the beta because a lot of the maps that I ended up getting, the only vehicles were tanks. There was one map that had like airplanes, helicopters, all that, but I feel like that's kind of what makes Battlefield is that it's not just engaging with other like humanoid enemies, but that there's a lot of vehicle aspects to it too. So that was one thing. Something else I'm kind of curious about too, though, if they might bring back or not, is like that commander mode that they had in Battlefield 4, where like you could, I think it was Battlefield 4, where you could play as like, you could almost play it like a tabletop game. You could be like the commander and you could like do stuff between squads, because the whole squad aspect of Battlefield is pretty important. The gameplay that I got though of Battlefield 6's beta, I was actually pretty good at it. I got some good clips. Which you guys will see hopefully soon. Depends on how long it takes me to make that video. Seems to take me forever to make things currently, but you know. Is the gunplay similar to, wait, oh, hang on, I'm trying, oh god, my chat menu that I have the chat in is like, I have to crane my neck to look at it. Is it fast-paced like Cold War? Kind of. I mean, the thing with Battlefield is that like a lot of the maps are really big, so it can be fast-paced, but sometimes it also can be like a lot of like just travel between places on the map. That's not to say there's not interesting things happening during that travel, because sometimes you have like a helicopter shooting at you or whatever, but like it does play kind of similar to Call of Duty, because it is a first-person shooter and everything, but it just has like a lot, it's like a grander scale, because the matches have like however many tens of players and stuff. So there's that aspect of it. Oh god, how did I get out of this last time? There we go. Okay. What other vehicles are available? Dealerships. Man, there's boats too. I wonder if the boats are licensed. Do I actually like physically enter the dealership? Oh yeah. Buy boats here. Okay. I don't know, sounded like thunder. Yamama. I do not. Oh, what? Excuse me? Right, so large maps, more players and vehicles, a lot different compared to the COD series. I'd say, like, so compared to, like, if you're playing, like, Call of Duty Black Ops or, you know, any Call of Duty, like, normal multiplayer where it's, like, 8-on-8 or whatever, then, yes, it is different. But if you compare it to Warzone, where you have, like, 100 players across a really big map, that is more similar. Now, the game modes are not like Warzone necessarily. It's not a battle royale, but the like gameplay of it is similar to Warzone. Oh no, a Hennessy? Dude, I couldn't even get an email back from Hennessy when I made a video, and yet this game has licensed Hennessy. No way, a Pontiac Aztec? There's so many cars. What is this game? Licensed vehicles. Oh, that was kind of cool. This could be addicting. Renault Trezor. Did I talk about that in the Drive Club video? I think I might have. Devil 60. Good God, why is there so many vehicles in this game? Oh, some of these sold out, aren't they? Huh. Interesting. Licensed vehicles. Can I search for like non-licensed vehicles? What's the most expensive car? McLaren, Apollo, and Tesla. Wow. Hennessy. Man, they even got the cool brands. Pininfarina? Oh my goodness. I wonder if they have a challenger in here. Can I search? Oh, no, I don't think they do. Oh, they got a brands tab? Wow. Spiker? You know, okay, this is something that I don't necessarily understand, right? Who is licensing some of these vehicles? Like, I talked about this when I made that video about Drive Club and how there's a bunch of strange vehicles in Drive Club. Like, does Spiker as a company even exist? Because there's some of these companies that used to make vehicles and then they don't make vehicles anymore. And, like, who owns the licenses? I even tried to investigate this a little bit when I made that Drive Club video, and I couldn't figure any of it out. Oh, Nissan Frontier, wow. Ooh, the Shelby Mustang, those are nice. Driving Empire Easter Egg Mobile. I really hope this music isn't licensed. Or isn't, like, copyright. Guess we'll find out the hard way. I can't imagine it would be in a Roblox game, but let's find out. Let's get this Frontier. I really like trucks. Like, even though, like, I like my Challenger, of course, also, but I don't know. I think someday when I do have to buy a new vehicle, there's a good chance that I might buy just a truck. Because I also really, like, I didn't expect to like my Ram as much as I do, I think, but I really enjoy driving my Ram around. And so I think in the future when I do have to, like, because I'm, like, I don't want to buy a new vehicle right now. I mean, as it is, like, God, I've had so much financial crap that I've had to pay for that has been so annoying. But, so yeah, like, even though I was in a position to be able to afford my Challenger when I bought it, now I would not have been able to buy it. But, is something buzzing at me? I thought my phone went off. Yeah, maybe the truck was not my best choice for this race. If we can corner well, we might be able to come back from this mistake. By the way, nobody's complained about it, so I'm assuming it's not a problem, but let me know if you guys get, like, feedback through my microphone of the game. I don't usually use headphones when I stream. I just leave the volume on really low, and I think the way that the microphone is aimed, you guys shouldn't be able to hear it, at least not that much, the game, but I don't know for sure. Oh my god. I'm back. You're back. Why does this truck have like 10 gears? I mean, that being said, my Challenger has 8 gears, so. I guess 9 gears. This is a Nissan Frontier. Do Nissan Frontiers actually have 9 gears? I haven't a clue what you just said. I just came back. I'm just talking, dude. I'm just saying words, honestly. I do think after this race, though, I probably will end the stream, though, because I'm actually kind of hungry. Might go get something to eat. I wish more places were open late. Like you said, Yell Red, you had said you live in the UK. Dude, that is one thing that the UK absolutely has over the US is the availability of late night food. I mean, I'm sure it depends on like where you live in the UK, but when I was over there, I remember there were so many places that were open like till like 2 or 3 or 4 a.m. Even if it was just like small little kebab shops and stuff. There is like nothing in the US that is open late anymore. There used to be a lot of restaurants that would stay open late here, but like almost everything closes at like 9 or 10 now, and it sucks. It's so hard to get late night food, especially also because depending on where you live, delivery is not always an option either. So, yeah. When I went to visit my girlfriend last month, that was something that was just so nice. Like, it was, we were both really tired out this one afternoon, and it was getting kind of late. My control, why am I not moving? Okay. Well, actually, okay, no, not this past visit, but the visit, the one previous to this one when I went to go see my girlfriend. When I got there, I usually end up taking a pretty long nap when I get there, because for one, jet lag actually doesn't really affect me that bad. I think, in particular, I'm so used to making the trip between the UK and the US that 6-hour difference for me is kind of like built into me now. So I took a pretty long nap when I got there, and so like when I woke up it was like 11 p.m. or something, and I was like, you know, I'm kind of hungry. My girlfriend was like, well, do you want to like get something, you know, do you want to like go get some food? And I was like, sure. And we went for this really long walk, and we checked a couple places because there were like a couple places online that said they were 24 hours or open late, but it was only delivery. But we ended up going to this one kebab shop at like 2 a.m. and dude, it was so awesome. I got like this chicken kebab wrap, and I got we got pizza, and I was in heaven. I got like a Tango orange to drink, and it was so awesome. It was exactly what I needed. There's really not anything like kebab shops or like chicken spots like you got in the UK, like here, which kind of sucks too, because it's one of those things like people make fun of British food all the time, but like there's actually some really good food over there, and where I live, there are some like quote unquote Greek restaurants that like they're more so like Middle Eastern food, which is kind of like some of the stuff you can get at like kebab shops in the UK, but it's still not exactly the same. But, do you have Tango in the U.S.? Nice late night food sounds great. Oh god, it's very tempting. I really don't feel like leaving my house, but there is a part of me that is contemplating going and getting something from like Taco Bell or something. No, we actually do not have Tango in the U.S., which kind of sucks. I mean, we have other orange drinks. We have Fanta and Crush here, but, no Tango. We don't have Iron Brew either. There's also some soda brands that like used to exist here that I don't think do anymore, or like they changed name but they still exist in the UK, like Bar Soda. Saw that in the UK a couple times, and I think that used to be a thing here. But yeah, I really like Curry's. Oh yeah, for a second there I thought you meant the electronics store. Yeah, Curry is good. That's a very British thing of you to say, though, by the way. I remember for a long time being kind of afraid of curry, because I'm pretty picky about spicy food. Like, spicy food doesn't always like me. But then one time in college, they had, like, curry that they had ordered from a local restaurant for free at, like, one of the dining halls, and I went to get it, and it was really good. And ever since then, I've been like, you know what? I get it. I like curry too. I don't really have like a favorite type of curry because I haven't had it enough to like know the types of curry. But I do generally like curry. Especially, I mean, like, yeah. I like rice-based dishes. That's always nice. But anyway, what I was saying though, yeah, I kind of got distracted because I wanted to answer your question about Tango. But I am going to go ahead and end the stream. And there's the menu. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there because I've been streaming for like an hour and kind of hungry. And also, like I said, I'm still trying to work my way through that Netflix backlog. I really want to get that done with, so I want to watch some more stuff tonight. But thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Yell Red in particular, for watching like literally the whole stream. Hope you have a nice day, because he said it's morning for you. And thank you to you guys who might be watching the VOD of this in the future. I'll see you in other stuff in the future, and bye-bye. I gotta find the other keyboard. There's the other keyboard, okay.